So, how many things are you procrastinating on today because you are overwhelmed and you think they're going to take you forever and you just don't want to do it? You don't have the energy, you don't have the motivation. Did you know that a lot of things take a lot less time than you think and you're procrastinating for nothing? I just got an email out to my business list that I had been procrastinating on for a long time for various reasons. It had actually been 4 months since I'd sent an email to that list, and I used to do it weekly. And again, there's many factors for why I was not really into sending an email to this list, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And I decided to time myself, right? Part of the reason I was procrastinating is because you think it just takes so long and you have so many other things on your to-do list, right? Like, I really don't want to take the time to do that. I got other things that I really need to do. So I timed myself for how long it took to write that email, right? And when you time yourself, right, you don't get distracted, right? When you see something on the internet that, oh, I gotta go check that out or whatever. You say, okay, I'm just gonna time how long this takes me so I have a realistic idea of how long this actually takes me, this task that I think is so huge, right? So I timed it and it actually only took me 30 minutes. 30 minutes to write that email. Now, sometimes I'll write emails and I know it takes longer, but probably because I'm making them more complicated than I need to, or I'm adding more to it than I need to, which is probably countereffective because it's probably too much information for my customers to receive. Simpler is a lot of times better. So anyway, I timed it. I'm like, that only took me 30 minutes. So I've been procrastinating for 4 months on something that only took me 30 minutes. So what are you procrastinating on today? Comment below what is on your to-do list that you just kind of put off day after day, or what is something you're supposed to do every day and you just haven't done it yet today, right? Like making your bed, right? Now, a lot of times, like, again, you think these tasks take so much time, but they really don't. So that's why I'm encouraging you today to time your tasks. Every task you do, especially the ones that you procrastinate on or the ones that are daily tasks or weekly tasks, time them and get a realistic view of how much time it's actually taking you, right? So really, how much time does it take to make your bed? Really, almost no time at all, unless you have a gazillion pillows and all that stuff you need to dress up your bed with or anything like that. But really, it really takes a very small amount of time. And once you realize that, then it's so much easier to get up and make your bed first thing in the morning. And when you make your bed first thing in the morning, that just sets your whole day for the best tone and for a productive day because it just helps your mental state so much. Just getting up, making your bed, and it just takes a couple minutes, right? I need to go time it and see how long it actually takes. I challenge you to do the same, right? Same with just getting the dishes washed up. How much, you just look at that messy kitchen, you're like, oh my goodness, that's going to take me forever. How much time does it actually take you? So I challenge you to actually time it, how much time it actually takes you. Now, that doesn't include getting distracted and going doing this or that in the middle of doing your dishes. Or how long does it take to actually throw a load of laundry in? So throw a load of laundry in the morning, right? After you make your bed, right? Throw it in. How long does it actually take you? Probably not as long as you think it does. Or here's a big one, exercise, right? How many of you put off exercise because, whew, that is a big task, right? That's a big task. I got to get my clothes on and my shoes on. I got to get my equipment ready. I got to do all this stuff, right? What if you just, in between, taking breaks in between working at your computer, you just do a few squats, or I've been keeping hand weights by my computer, by my desk, and just do some curls, right? Some squats from some overhead lifts, right? Just for like 5 minute breaks in between, like every hour or so, right? So that is so much better for you than one big long exercise session that you only do once a month, right? Because it's so bad just to be sitting there all day. That's worse for your health. Sitting in this chair all day is like worse for your health than even if you exercise, right? This has been scientifically proven. I know it's somewhere. I don't have it right now, but it's there, right? It's better for your health to have frequent breaks and frequent movement of your body than sitting all day and then going to the gym once or twice a week, right? So don't think you have to go to the gym. Just take those breaks. Mercola has a great little, quick little 30-second exercise routine you can do in between breaks. And again, I said those little hand weights are great. Squats are great. I just got this awesome little mini stepper you can just keep right by your desk and you can just do some steps for 5 minutes. I had it out in the living room, which was, and every time anybody walked by, they all got on the stepper. That was so funny. I'm gonna put it back out there in the living room because anytime anybody just walked by, usually, to get to the kitchen, they hopped on the stepper. So it was great for everyone. Everyone's getting their steps in just by going to the kitchen because they can't resist stepping on that stepper. I'll include a link for that below in the description just in case you're interested in it because that's our newest fun little toy. But what business tasks are you procrastinating on? If you own a business or you're trying to grow a YouTube channel, what tasks are you putting off because you think they're going to take too long? Okay, let's just say you are doing YouTube videos and you're putting it off because you think it has to be perfect, you think it's going to take hours of time, filming, editing, all of that stuff, and you just, you don't want to do it, right? Maybe if you just hop on and just be natural, just whatever you're doing, like people in their car, in your kitchen, whatever, you just hop on, you have something to say, just say what you have to say, just like you're talking to a friend, right? How long would that take, right? And time it, maybe actually time how long it took for you when you got the idea and you got your phone out and you started talking and you're finished. How long did that actually take you, right? So it helps to know, hey, I can do a video today. I've got 30 minutes. I can just do that really easily. And it just helps your mental state so much. Another really powerful principle to be aware of is what's called Parkinson's law. Parkinson's law is the principle that work will expand to fit the time available to it. So you know this from back in high school when you had to write those dreaded term papers. Oh my gosh, if I don't, I would be so thrilled if I never even heard the word term paper again in my life. But you know, now my college son is having to write papers. I'm like, I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him. But I digress. If they give you 3 months to write a term paper, right? It just seems like this huge task because you think it's this 3 month task and it's going to take you 3 months, and it does take you 3 months to write it. Now, how many people wrote that term paper the night before, right? When the deadline was looming, right? And they wrote it in 5 hours, right? So what if you just gave yourself 5 hours to do that term paper and then it would be done? You wouldn't be dreading it for 3 months, right? So whatever task you have to get done, if this is a business task, give yourself a deadline. Like give yourself a time limit. Maybe that's a better way to say it. Give yourself a time limit. I am only going to work on this email, this video, this whatever you're working on for your business. I am only going to work on this for, right, 30 minutes, 1 hour, whatever the time is. Give yourself that time limit to get everything done in that time. And you'll be amazed at like how much more productive you will be, how much more motivated you'll be. It's more fun to actually see what you can do in that time limit you've given yourself. And a lot of times your work is actually much better. The results are actually much better because if you're in a better state of mind, you think this is a huge task, you're like, thing is going to take you all this time, right? You're really not going to do your best work, even though you may spend a lot more time on it. I know like one task I really, really hate, I really loathe and despise is cleaning the shower. I hate cleaning the shower. So I think, oh, this is going to be this huge task. And you know what? When you put it off, it is a huge task because it gets so gross, right? But if you were like keeping up with it and saying, okay, after every shower or whatever time you give it, right? I'm going to wipe it down or squeegee it down or whatever, and if you keep up with it in those little tiny snippets of time, then you're not getting to where it's this huge task, this huge overwhelming task that you have to take a whole week's vacation to clean the shower. Same with just keeping your house clutter-free, picked up, right? If you just spend 5-10 minutes a day picking stuff up, or better yet, don't put stuff down where they don't belong in the first place, right? Figure out where they go. They countertops are usually just like delayed decision making, right? You don't know where to put it, so you put it here for now, and then it sits there, and every time you pass it, it takes up that brain power and that mental energy, right? Just if everything has a place and everything in its place, when you're done with it, you put it back to where it belongs. You don't have to look at it ever again. It never takes up any more of your time or mental energy. So I would love, love, love to know, what are you procrastinating on today? Whether it's a household task, or whether it's a personal task, or it's a business task. Post it in the comments below. What are you procrastinating on? And then challenge yourself next time you do it to time it. Time that task and see actually how much time it does take. Does it take as long as you really think it does, right? You're making it out to be a huge task that it's really not. So really time it. What are you going to time next? I challenge you to do that. I challenge you to time it, see how big it is, and you may be surprised. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you got value from this video. I really appreciate it, and have a beautiful day.